Welcome to the Bayou Country Music Association show, brought to you in part by Southern Sound Outfitters. And today's guest, I'm joined by none other than Mr. Mark Leach. You might know him from songs such as "She Don't Go to Church" that's been on our Spotify playlist and our charts. How's it going today, Mark?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, man. And for the folks out there, you have the sound of a Southerner, I would say, but you're from the big state of Ohio, right?
Yeah, I'm from Ohio and living in Nashville for about 3 years, and pretty soon the y'all started slipping into my vocabulary, and it's kind of starting to ease its way in there to the way I talk.
Well, man, it's doing good because you got a great voice, and let's get back into the roots of it, man. Obviously, you were from a small town outside of Akron. I'm guessing from my research. How did you go from there to musically, getting down to Nashville?
Yeah, so I grew up in a town called Barberton, and ever since I was little, I was listening to Alan Jackson and Travis Tritt and all those guys, and I worked at, my family has a shop in Barberton. It's a butcher and a bakery shop, and I grew up working there ever since I could walk, and my job is to make the barbecue sauce. So when I was making barbecue sauce, I wrote my first 3 albums making barbecue sauce and just singing along to country radio. And so I just decided finally that after I had enough songs and enough networking down in Music City, decided to finally make a move.
And you moved to Nashville in 2015?
2015, yep.
And in 2015, I mean, by the time you got there, you had a good following and a good, a good, what you had, 2 EPs under your belt already?
I had 3. I had 3, yeah.
3, okay.
Yeah, and then Homemade was what the EP I recorded after I moved down there.
Awesome. And obviously the last single that you had out before this one that dropped yesterday, we had it and come across it, and I'm a big Eric Church fan, and I thought it was so clever. It's called "She Don't Go to Church," and kind of you incorporate almost every line of every Eric Church song, and is that something that you wrote, or is it something that you had a hand in co-writing?
Yeah, so it's actually a true story. So I had a write that day with a guy named Bradley Banning, and he was flying in from Texas to Nashville. And he came straight to my apartment, and he was telling me that he met this girl at the airport. And he was like, man, I thought she was the one. And I was like, well, what happened? He said she said she loved country music, but she hated Eric Church. And I was like, well, we're writing that song because that's an oxymoron. So we wrote "She Don't Go to Church."
True. So that's awesome, bro. That's a true story too. I mean, if you don't like Eric Church, not only can you not be on the show, but yeah, you're no fan of country music.
Yeah, if you don't know guys like me, you can't date a girl like her.
Exactly. So that song has that song given you a lot of success over the past?
Yeah, so it's actually got me noticed by I don't know if you know the country kind of blog group apparel company Whiskey Riff.
Yep.
They picked it up, and they're actually the reason the song blew up the way it did. It's gotten a little bit of notoriety.
Awesome, man. And we brought you here today, which you have this new single that dropped, and it's called "Back Porch Vacation." I listened to it last night as soon as it came out, and I love it. Instantly loved it. Go behind the scenes of how that song came about, the writing, the process, and if that's is that something off of a future album or EP, or just a single you guys wanted to drop for summertime?
Yeah, so I wrote it with 2 guys, Davis Branch and Josh Withenshaw, and we had to write that day, and none of us really had a hook that was landing for anybody, so we just decided to write. I mean, honestly, we didn't expect the song to get released. Like, we were just trying to write the most ridiculous, funniest things we could think of. And, I've never sang a song where I dropped the word banana hammock before, so we we wrote this song, and I played it out live, and everybody, show after show, people would come up and they'd be like, "Hey, play that back porch song." So it was like, oh man, this song actually might do well. So that just came out today, I'll have a new full length album coming out here in end of September, and that'll be on it.
Awesome. So this is something that you had played live shows?
Yes, we played it out quite a bit, and it's like a big kind of fan sing along because we do a little Marco Polo call and response thing. So people really enjoy it.
Awesome, man. Well, taking a page out of the Luke Combs book, man, with his new deluxe album that he's put out, where I know he's been singing those songs on the road for 6 to 8 months and finally getting it out there. But that's, I guess, as he said, would you consider like the best focus group as far as new music coming out?
Oh yeah, I think it's the best way to do it, because if you're playing it out live and you see that people are really digging it, or even if they're not, you can kind of pick it from there. Because there's plenty of songs going on this album that I didn't really consider until I played them out live, and everybody loved them. So I was like, I should probably reconsider it. So knowing what your fans like, I think, is a huge part of what goes into making an album.
Awesome. Well, man, we got this song right here in the studio. And I was going to get you downers to introduce it and play it for everybody, the listeners. If they haven't got it yet, they'll be able to hear it here. So without further ado, I'll let you take it away, man.
All right, I'm Mark Leach. This is my new single, Back Porch Vacation.
I'm done. 336 hours till I turn my phone back on airplane mode. Got a kiddie pool filled with ice cubes, keep my feet cold and the beer cool. Might make a few trips to the liquor store, hang a do not disturb on my screen door, and get drunk and sunburned. I got 2 weeks of summer. I'm gonna sit right here till my ass hurts. I'm gonna sip cold beer till I'm plastered. I got no obligations, no check-ins where I'm staying. I don't need a reservation, just a back porch vacation. Back porch vacation. I could sit here all day, playing one man, drinking games, yelling Marco, Marco. Fill my cup, cause I'm red and I'm solo. Drunk and sunburned, I got 2 weeks of summer. I'm gonna sit right here till my ass hurts. I'm gonna sip cold beer till I'm plastered. I got no obligations, no check-ins where I'm staying. I don't need a reservation, just a back porch vacation. Come on. No wake-up calls, no copper tone, just salt and lime and cold Patron. It's drunk burp. Well, I'm drunk and sunburned. I got 2 weeks of summer. I'm gonna sit right here till my ass hurts. I'm gonna sip cold beer till I'm plastered. I got no obligations, no check-ins where I'm staying. I don't need a reservation, just a back porch vacation. Yeah. Back porch vacation. Howdy ho, neighbor. Yeah. Hope you like my banana hammock. Alright, you're gonna be looking at it for 2 weeks. Say Robert said hi.
And there it is, folks. Back Porch Vacation by Mark Leach. It's released. It's available. iTunes, Spotify, the whole music, Outlook, data, everywhere. You know, the whole, nowadays you stream everything on every platform, but it's out, folks. Hope you guys love it. I think it's a great song, great summer song, great song to relate to. So, Mark, you going on the road and promoting this for summertime? I mean, I know summertime's a big time for artists such as yourself. They got CMA Fest coming up, and they got, you know, tours all around.
Oh yeah, so I'm actually I'm back in Ohio right now. I got a big single release party tomorrow for Back Porch, and then I'll be back in Nashville on Sunday and playing CMA Fest on June 7th and June 9th. So it'll be a busy week coming up.
That's awesome, man. And is this your first time playing CMA Fest?
No, I played it a couple times. If you ever been in Nashville down there on Broadway, the Bridgestone Arena,
Mm-hmm.
that was I think the first time I played it. So
Awesome.
It's a good time. It gets pretty crazy. It's like a circus.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, you playing CMA Fest. Are you having any kind of going on tour with any big names, or as far as towards the summer or fall?
Not really going on tour with anybody right now. I mentioned before, we're getting ready to drop a full-length album here in September, so everything's kind of leading up to that.
Yeah, doing a lot of recording and writing and finishing up on that, right?
Yeah, so we got almost everything recorded. I just got to cut one more song here at the end of June, and after that, it's kind of all in the engineer's hands. So it's mixing and mastering and all that.
Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, the only reason I asked is because I know you've opened up for, Kip Moore, Gary Allen, Granger Smith, Colt Ford, Chris Jansen, John Party, to name a few, and then, of course, Eric Church. What was that like, to get a call from Eric Church and being like, hey, man, you want to open up for me?
Well, I wish it was from Eric Church. It was actually this big country festival. The guys who run that called me and asked me if I'd be interested in opening for him, and that was surreal. I remember I was sitting on the couch in my apartment, and I just couldn't believe it. I was like, man, he was the one who got me to want to do it. I remember flying to Greensboro, North Carolina to watch him play in his hometown during Sinners Like Me. I remember nudging my brother, pointing at him, and being like, that's what I want to do. And so to see him play in his hometown and then get to open for him in mine was pretty surreal.
When you opened for him, did you get a chance to meet him and talk with him a little bit, or?
Unfortunately, no. He flew in for the show about probably 30 minutes before he went on, and then as soon as he finished, he got back on his little whatever car took him to the airport, and he flew out.
Wow. Well, he's a busy man. And I'll have to tell you, brother, every time I bring a singer-songwriter on the show and I ask them, I normally ask, what would be your dream collaboration? And then, what would be the one that you would love to do a song with or write with? And I might ask you that and see how you answer.
Man, that's a tough question. I would say Eric Church, but I'm not sure. I feel like I'd like to go outside the box and maybe pick someone from a different genre. I'm a fan all over the board, man. I kind of cross the spectrum on genres that I listen to, so I don't know.
I'll make it easy. If it was one country star that you could write with or do, some kind of collaboration with, who would it be?
I'd probably say either Eric Church or Ashley McBride.
That's some good choices, and I have to say, the only reason I set you up like that, man, is because everyone, almost 90% of the time, they say Eric Church, and I'm like, yep, because I personally believe, man, Eric Church is one of the best writers, in Nashville, and they have a lot of them, but as far as music and writing and just his style, I love it. But Ashley McBride, another one that I love. I actually got to see her in concert a while back with Luke Combs, and I've been a fan ever since, man. She's the real deal, man. And Eric Church, actually, brought her on to the Opry stage a few years back, and that was so cool, you know. But you mentioned
her album is incredible.
Oh, extremely. And you mentioned that you listen to a lot of stuff, and I also like to ask, you know, on the personal side, I ask people, what's the last 3 songs you listen to currently as of right now? Just if you picked up your phone and listened, I mean, what would it be?
Well, I just got out of the gym, so it's going to be a little weird.
Hey, no, there's no weird answers here. I tell them it could be any genre, any decade, whatever.
Let me see here. Let me think. It was Limp Bizkit. What else was on there? Oh, Disturbed.
Oh yeah,
and,
I feel you, man. That's gym. You got to get pumped, man.
Yeah. What was the third one? Limp Bizkit, Disturbed. Oh, and then there's a band called Flatfoot 56 that's got a really good rendition of Amazing Grace. So, yeah.
That's the gym playlist, man. The gym.
That's the gym playlist, yeah.
So I'll go ahead and ask you. You mentioned that you like all genres. If you was to do a crossroads, you know, CMT Crossroads, who would be the one that you'd love to do it with?
Whew. Maybe I don't know, Pink or man, I don't know. I'm a big Eminem fan, Macklemore. Something like that I think could be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All three together with you. That'd be cool as hell. Cool as hell, man. So yeah, obviously you got a wide variety of music that you like to listen to, and I think that's a good thing, man. I mean, I think all music it kind of influences itself, and you could take influences from all genres, man. I mean,
you get bogged down, I think, on country. Then you keep writing the same stuff. I think you need to go outside the box and it kind of opens your mind up a little bit as far as melodies and all that stuff.
Definitely, man. Definitely, it really does. So having that open mind, definitely, I would say, has it grown you as an artist?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, Back Porch Vacation has a lot of. I mean, it's got country elements to it, but then there's also little, like I had to listen to the band Weezer. There's little nodes of Weezer in that song too. So it's just kind of being creative and trying to, like I said, not get bogged down into just being country. Even if you are a country artist, I think you need to kind of expand to make different sounds.
Yep, definitely. So how would you say that you have grown from, obviously you put out the EP With Love from Tennessee, and then Let's Get Lost, that was 2013 and 14, and then Homemade in 16. From then to now, how has your music and songwriting evolved?
Well, actually, it's not on there anymore, but I had the first one I ever put out was in 2011. And I think just you grow as a songwriter and you write with people that are, better than you. And I think you have to do that if you want to grow. I remember growing up when I was little and wrestling, and my brother would make me wrestle the biggest guy in the room because he was like, if you're staying where you're comfortable, then you're never going to grow. And so I think being around all these talented people in Nashville and learning from them, I'm really excited for this new album because it's the best stuff I've put out. So it's a lot of it's just being patient and trying to learn so you can grow. And I think that's what I've just been trying to do over the past since I put out Homemade.
Awesome. And I know we talked about the story behind She Don't Go to Church, but we never even got into the back porch vacation. Who did you write that yourself, or did you have a hand in co-writing that?
Yeah, so when I wrote that with Davis Branch and Josh Withenshaw, and like I was saying, we sat down and none of us really had an idea that we were all excited about, so we just started honestly throwing jokes out there and writing them down, and the song wrote itself in about 2 hours, and didn't plan on releasing it, but it became like a fan favorite, so it would have been stupid not to.
Yeah, I myself, man, I say it all the time, I'm a lyric nerd, I guess you could say, but and songwriting nerd. I love to hear the behind the scenes of the songwriters and how songs come about. And it seems like every time a good song comes about, it always starts off maybe with a lyric or a hook or a verse, and then it just, if it hits, it hits, and it just comes together within an hour.
Yeah, I mean, some songs, you'll write them in an hour, and some songs you'll stress over for days. But the songs that usually just come together, like the one song I put out my last EP, one of my favorite songs I've ever written is "If There's a Bar Up in Heaven." And
great song.
And it just kind of wrote that in my apartment, and sorry, I just got distracted. But no, I wrote that in my apartment, and I was sitting on, I didn't have any furniture, and I was sitting on like a deflated air mattress. And it was like my grandpa's anniversary of when he had passed away. My mom texted me, and she's like, it's your grandpa. It's like his anniversary, and she's like, but if there's a bar up in heaven. I was like, well, that is a hell of a song title. So wrote that with Pat Bunch and Doug Johnson, who actually wrote Three Wooden Crosses. So it just it was a hell of a songwriting team.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I've listened to your past stuff, and that song, that's definitely one that come from the heart, and it wasn't something that you just pinned together off of nothing. I could feel like that was something that you lived. So definitely a great song, man, and I look forward. Do you have a name to reveal to us for the upcoming album?
Not, I know what it is, but I'm kind of waiting to drop that. So,
all right, I just had to put you in the spot and see, man. I got to get the most out of you can. But yeah, man, Back Porch Vacations, great song. I think it's going to be a great summer hit. Like as far as a single goes, and couldn't pick the better time to put something like that out, because we all, summertime, we could all just use a dang back porch vacation right now,
Yeah, just need a good drink and something.
Exactly, and I think it's going to do well, man. I know you're from Ohio, and you're probably suffering from last night's game one loss, but it'll be okay, man. I got a buddy, Casey Allen, that you mentioned that you knew. Casey's he's also been on our charts with his new song, "I Want My Number Back," which I guess we can all relate to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mess with him too, so I got to mess with my Ohio natives, and because I guess Louisiana doesn't have the Pelicans ain't in it, so I got to mess with somebody.
It's all good.
But yeah, man, I really enjoyed you being on the show, brother, and talking with us, and we're gonna promote as much as we can, and I wanted to let you know first, man. I had your song "She Doesn't Go to Church" on our top 30, and I think it might have a step down for this new single, man. I really do, because it's going to do good things, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, man. I got to ask you though, what's your beer of choice?
Cold.
Cold. Oh, good answer. All right.
No, man, I like Michelob, I like Bud Light, I like cold, really, just cold.
Cold. All right. We'll go crack one open and go listen to the song.
Oh, I have a back porch waiting, brother. I do. But man, we thank you, and I like to take time to thank our sponsors and our partners, man. We couldn't do this without their backing and promoting their brands and their things. Big one is Southern Sound Outfitters. Southern Sound Outfitters, man, they're a great organization. Of course, they have apparel that is based around music, but they also support a lot of up-and-coming artists. And I mentioned Casey earlier. They're a big promoter, Casey, and a lot of up-and-comers. So give them guys a check out on their website at www.southernsoundoutfitters.com. Also, go give a check out to southernsmusicscene.com. They have a great website that they feature a lot of up and coming artists in the Texas music scene as far as that, and also for Texas music pickers who do great things down there. Also, another apparel brand down here in Louisiana, Swamp Assassin. I'm sure everybody's heard of them. Great guy, Corey Adams, local guy, Baton Rouge area. They support us. We rock them. Also, Swamp Gear, roto-molded ice chest. It's getting hot. If you want to go have a back porch vacation, you need a good ice chest and hold ice for a while. Go check these guys out at swampshop.com. Roto-molded ice chest made here locally in Orneville, Louisiana. They have some great products fully stocked on their website. Check those guys out. And also, last but not least, to our venue, Cowboys in Scott. They have a Western Arena, nightclub, and also a Western store. They that triple threat, man. And the nightclub offers a lot of live music, and a lot of great artists come in and out of there locally and also from all over. So check those guys out for their schedule. And that's all I got for on this end, man. But Mark, I enjoyed you on the show, man. And if there's any last shout outs you'd like to make to anybody.
No, man, I just appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Well, I appreciate you joining us, man. And y'all be sure to go and check out Mark's new song, Back Porch Vacation. Also check out his other single that's been on our top charts with She Don't Go to Church. Great song if you're just a Eric Church fan. I mean, if you're not, I don't know why you're listening, but go check both of those out. And I failed to mention, man, you have a website, social media. How do people keep up with your news and your shows and stuff?
Yes, you just go to markleachmusic.com. Leach is Leach, and then all my social media is just at Mark Leach Music.
Awesome, man. I'll be sure and tag all those in the broadcast when I publish it to our site. That way, everybody can go and give him check out his website, give him a follow on Instagram, and check out his Facebook, and all that. So keep up with his stuff, man. And until next time, guys. You guys have a blessed day. Go have a back porch vacation.